The other thing that I wanted to talk about too is the way that you guys fight. You said earlier, you know, she throws a temper tantrum and then I just succumb to her way of fighting, and I call bullshit. To say you don't have to. It takes two people to get in the ring.
Right.
So she could jump up and down and throw it, which she's not going to do anymore. But she, you know, she could, you know, fling names and everything else. You don't have to, nor do you have to walk away.
Right. It's not her fault.
You can simply just not get in the ring.
Yeah, I can't. That's the thing. Like.
Yeah, you can. Did you rob a liquor store today?
No.
Why?
She didn't tell me to. I'm just kidding.
Why didn't you?
Because I don't give a fuck about robbing a liquor store. Like, I mean, why would I, you know?
Why would you? It's not going to get you anything. It's going to cost you something. It's
Everything.
not going to, right. So is getting in the ring with her. It's not going to get you anything. It's going to cost you progress. It's never going to get you your point across. She's never going to, in the middle of a fight, go, I completely see your point.
Just can't get that through because it's like, you know, I'm trying to be like, but honey, you know, and it's just, and it's not hitting. So it's like, then maybe I need to hit her upside the head.
No, you can also, well, I'm not saying that you need to stay in the fight and fight rationally. Sometimes you could just stay, you could just end the fight, which is, honey, I'm not going to fight with you.
But then when you never get that resolve, when it's, you know. Like,
you're going to get it. You don't have, one of the biggest mistakes that people make in relationships in general, not just in marriages, is they feel like they have to solve everything right now. I'm upset right now and we have to talk about it right now. And that's often the worst time to talk about it.
Yeah.
Right? That whole never go to bed mad thing is crazy. Of course you should go to bed mad. If you never go to bed mad, you stay up and you're exhausted and you fight. It doesn't do anything. Like, why don't we just wait till tomorrow? And by the way, 9 times out of 10, we won't care about what we were fighting about yesterday because we get a good night's sleep and it doesn't seem to matter anymore. So that whole urgency that we have to fix it right now ends up causing an incredible amount of grief in relationships, and it doesn't even work. Yeah. Right? Again, it's just everything's tense, everybody's angry, everybody's hurt, and now we're supposed to rationally talk about something. It's the worst time. So one of the rules about taking a time out from a fight, so if you feel like you're about to lose your temper or you feel like you're about to throw a temper tantrum, you know, you take a time out. I can't talk about this right now. The rule is the person who took a time out is the one that has to come back and say, okay, I'm ready to talk about this now. So I don't want to talk about this now does not mean, well, good, we're never going to talk about this again. It means I'm about to say something I don't mean. I'm about to say something that leads us down a path we've been down before that we don't want to go on. I'm about to, you know, hurt you, fling in, whatever it is, and I can't talk about this right now. And whether it's 5 minutes later or the next day or 2 days later, it's that person's responsibility to say, okay, now I want to talk about it.
That would be one of our issues. We never revisit. It's like it's just.
Don't say never.
It's not.
There's no
Well,
absolutes.
don't say my line. We very infrequently do not revisit the topic.
Right.
We don't make up. Like, how many times have we made up?
So you just let it go. You just let it go. Well, you think you let it go. You shove it under the rug, and it piles up and it piles up and it piles up and it creates distance.
Absolutely.
Right. One of the rules of thumb I tell people all the time is every single time you interact with your partner, every single conversation you have, every single argument you have, every single thing you have, you should say to yourself, is this bringing me closer to them or further apart? Before you open your mouth. Is this going to bring me closer to them or further apart? Okay? You'd be amazed at what you don't say when you ask yourself that question.
Absolutely.
You know? And you'll figure out a way to get your point across in a way that brings you closer together. So if every single time I'd bring myself closer together and I'm really mad at her about this, then I will sit on it for a while and figure it out and then say, sweetheart, you hurt my feelings the other day, blah, blah, blah. You know what I'm saying? So like you'll figure out a way that's going to create intimacy and not distance. If you're not allowed to create distance, first off, you won't open your mouth when you're mad. And secondly, you'll figure out a way to get heard in a way that's going to bring you guys closer together. This would especially be good for you if you said you have a history of throwing temper tantrums. Because, like the liquor store comment I made earlier, don't. Just don't. You don't yell at your boss like that, right? You don't yell.
Actually, I do.
Well, that's going to get you fired. You don't, like, we make decisions.
You clearly don't know. No, just kidding.
Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can make a decision to just not, you are capable, just like you're capable of not robbing the liquor store, you're capable of not fighting. You know?
Yeah.
But people seem to think that they lose their temper. That's actually true of very few people, that they lose their, I mean, there's a few people that have like rage issues, but in general, that's an excuse, you know, to say what I want to say and to get back at that other person. And most people are capable of keeping their mouth shut. Most people in a couple. I would argue that you guys are, no matter how mad you are, right? So if you make a decision and you make a deal and you make a pact, we're not going to talk about this right now. I'm about to lose my temper, or I'm about to lose my temper, or I see that you're losing your temper, so we're going to take a break. You can say that to the other person, though it's still your responsibility to come back, interestingly enough.
Thank you so much for watching. To get more free marriage help from Dr. Dana, please check out our website at www.strongmarriagenow.com. If you want to know when we post new videos, please subscribe to our YouTube channel by clicking on the link right on this video. If you've got questions for Dr. Dana or just want to share your opinion, please comment below. Dr. Dana's got lots more marriage transforming videos for you. Here are the links to a few that you may want to see. Again, you can click right on the link you see in the video. And finally, if you know of anyone else that needs help with their marriage, if there's anyone you care about that could benefit from some powerful relationship advice, please help them by clicking on the share button below this video or tell them about our website, www.strongmarriagenow.com. Here are links to even more marriage-saving videos for you. Click on any of these images on the video to check them out. Thanks again for watching.